And the next team is team number 8. And for the starter, the appetizer was an ahi tuna with mango salsa. And a few comments here for team number 8. To begin, the ahi was very nicely seared, very a nice appearance and nice mouthfeel as well. The flavor and texture contrast with the salsa on the plate was very nicely thought through. On the other hand, the rice layer, that bottom layer that you had, was a little bit too crunchy, and probably some parts of it were overdone. And there's a little bit of confusion between some of the caramelization on the rice versus what appeared to be some underdone rice grains that came through. And then also cut back a little bit on the amount of food on the plate. The photograph that you submitted with the original packet was right on with two pieces of ahi, but what appeared on the plate for the judges was 3 pieces, so a little bit too much food ultimately for presentation. The next course is the main course, the entree, which is the stuffed airline chicken breast. The appearance was fantastic. Bright colors from the internal garnish of the carrots and the zucchini bâtonnets. The chicken doneness was right on, and then also nicely seasoned as well. And the polenta underneath this assembly was nice and creamy and also very flavorful, and again, nicely done on that component on the plate. The tomatoes and asparagus, the side vegetable component, had a nice sheen, nice oiliness. The olives added a nice saltiness to that, and overall that was a very inviting component. All 3 of those worked very nicely together on the plate, and overall 2 thumbs up for that entree. On the dessert, we had the tiny fried fruit pies, and the pastry texture and the flavors were very nicely done. The pastry dough was rolled very thin, which was appropriate for the small size of these pies. Overall, again, very appealing on the palate. At first, the appearance was a bit deceiving. You had the plum and what appeared to be a berry compote in the center of the plate that looked like beets. And then the accompanying white component on the plate looked like goat cheese. So it had this appearance as if it were an appetizer. But in the end, there was some balance of acidity or sourness along with the fattiness or the creaminess, but there was still a bit of this disconnect between the components. And for example, the plum and berry component was a little overwhelming against the apple filling of the tiny pies that you presented. Overall, nice idea and a generally attractive appearance.